Okay, full clear down. Got a nice little double crab action going on. Base for Krugs into Raptors. This is perfect. Jarvan just in the bush face checking us. Flashed away too. You got a big advantage, but that doesn't mean you could pull. Your balling's still fucking super behind. If you're gonna pull, you have to do it. You have to pull this thing to the very, very left. Remember, like your balling's losing, your mid's winning. So if you're gonna pull this, it's got
Yeah.
to the very left. And then in this case, you'd see Jarvan earlier, and you run away earlier. And you wouldn't have to flash. I guess you didn't have to flash anyways. Looked pretty close though. This is why like being early matters a lot. Cause here, when you recognize you can't dragon, you just base earlier. You beat topside earlier, and his red spawns when your blue spawns. So you be on his blue right now, right? And now we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, actually, I won't over counting. But I think if it was about 6. I think if you're hitting this 6 seconds earlier, it'd be dead by now. No, because it smites 1k. So even if you're 6 seconds faster makes a big difference. Support gap, typical shit. Support gap, typical shit. Ward the bush. I would always ward this raptor bush. What else am I gonna use my ward for? It's a great ward to place in the raptor bush. You'll see where if Jarvan comes back or not. Tells you if you have to smite this camp or not. Tells you, yeah, you see how like you see him now, but you'd see him 5 seconds ago, right? And if you
Hmm. Yeah.
their balling's a bit too good. Alright, looks like it's 50-50. Okay, never mind. Jarvan just walks into his side and then dies. Alright. Thank you, Jarvan, for making the game winnable. This dragon fight literally was not playable unless he did that. That's awesome. Alright, nice. The game just completely flipped on its head. I think clear up here. I think open to blue. And just do blue wolves, raptors, red, Krugs, herald.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, what's the alternative? Opt into this? Like we could be starting Herald on spawn, right? We could be doing if his wolves are up, we could be doing his wolves. Probably down, but probably just doing Herald on spawn. Um,
This was so sad.
yeah. I just think we're on the wrong side of the map. These guys want to fight and die. They're gonna fight and die. We're playing for the objective, right? Fuck this shit. Random fights. Maybe if you play this perfectly, you win. Maybe, but like again, why put that type of pressure on yourself, right? So like
Yeah.
look what our hero our Darius is like proxying, like this guy is like there's Prio and then there's this, this guy is like God Prio, right? And Veigar's not really a champion that can walk into you at Herald because he'll just die. Because he'll just empower you through his cage. I want you to look mid more. Yeah, you haven't looked mid at all, but Stana's pressuring this Veigar. If this Veigar is ever like not low, if this guy's ever just around half HP, he's diveable. Because again, you're actually a hard Veigar counter. You'll just walk mid, and you'll just empower E through his cage, and then stun him. And if he's stunned, and you're taking like 3 tower shots for Tristana will just kill him. You know. You haven't looked mid at all. I could say the same thing earlier
Yeah.
here instead of going for this bot play. Like here, if you look at me, it looks like Veigar's getting hard pressure. I have no idea if he's half HP, low, quarter, full. I have no idea. But if you look at min map, he's literally suck under tower like a fucking prisoner. So here you could just play for Raptors, um, and then right here, boom. If you're imagining you're behind Veigar, right? You Raptors go like this. This guy goes from here. Again, he can't cage you. You'll empower E. Um, and then you'll kill mid, cross through mid, and do Herald. So you do Raptors, cross through mid, Herald. It's a pretty good plan. You're also come on. You have it's Tristana. So Veigar is dead. She's going to get the entire tower. She's going to press the E button and one shot it. So you're not looking
Wait,
mid.
this is so sad. If I kept autoing the Jarvan the whole time, I triple killed him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you play perfectly, I mean that's why I said if you play perfectly, you'll probably win. But you have to play. I mean, that means you're forced to play it perfectly
Ew.
in Diamond. Yeah, and I think this is one thing a lot of Udyr players miss is you can form ganks based around the fact that you have Empower E. A lot of Udyr players, I mean, it's no secret. Empower E is your least common Empower, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm just
but
Harry flaming me perma.
what
Don't
Ajax?
wanna think about EE.
Oh, he blames you for doing E. Okay, well, there's always
Yeah. But you're right. There's very, very niche windows where like EE is the most broken thing you can do.
and if you're playing against Veigar, but I'm saying you can form plans around it. Like
Yeah.
playing against Veigar,
Yeah,
you
it's
could
really good.
form a plan. Let me just gank the Veigar and just press EE when he cages, and then he's just
Yeah.
dead. There's nothing he can do. He could be the best player on the planet. There's nothing he can do to avoid you running at him.
Right.
So, because I mean, before this you were 3-0, but in the last 5 minutes you haven't done anything besides die. Like you had power to help top lane, you had power to do Herald, you had power to help mid, and so you kind of just did nothing. You didn't even counter jungle. If you're like, okay, at least we didn't do anything, but we took his Raptors Wolves, then at least you can say you're playing selfish, but you didn't even take any of his camps. You kind of have done nothing the last 5 minutes. He's in fight, got shut down. Definitely a Visage game when you have Straka and Seraphine, double healers and shielders.
Yeah, I took a revitalize as well.
Yeah. This universe here,
Yep.
you said about it. When I was on Immortals, we would play a comp where I would play Kha'Zix with Yumi, like on stage like matches. And it was Booster Kha'Zix, and I'd go Revitalize. He just said Revitalize, so maybe remember I would go Revitalize. I'd go Conquer Revitalize. This is back when Gorgeous was in the game, so it was for
It's broken.
Revitalize was for Kha'Zix W healing, for Conquer healing, for Gorgeous healing, and then for my Enchanter healing. And I convinced
Holy
myself.
shit. That's why it got removed, by the way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was actually bad, but
Illegal
at the
shit.
time I felt like a genius, so I still went for it. But looking back at it, probably wasn't worth, because there's not really that much healing.
But you had like Kha'Zix Yumi on Pro, in Pro.
Mhm.
It's good for
Wow.
shielding, but
Because I mean,
any shielding champs
no, because
gonna
I was a greaser.
give them.
I just went Brewster, but I was like, what I'm saying? I went W while level 6 because it's back before all the W nerfs. So I just go W while level 6, uh, and just be like an Omega team player. I mean, the game's kind of over at this point. Every lane lost. You weren't able to snowball your own individual lead as well to make up for the lane loss. Um, they got 20-minute Baron. This point of the game, the only way to come back is to get picks on side. Um, but I feel like you're always late to that. I haven't seen you hover the Zerius once this entire game, by the way. Not only have not seen you try to gank Veigar once this game with your EE, but then I have not seen you hover the Darius once. I've seen you
Yeah,
only
because
play around bot.
they always they always overload one side of the map, so it's like even if I go with him, it's like 2v whatever the fuck,
Yeah,
like
but
a large number than
was before the overload.
two.
Like you know, it's like how do you say? Like okay, it's a perfect example. Like you see them overloading. It's not a surprise. You see Veigar going.
Right.
You see where's
And
this?
they just do this on repeat, overload
I know,
into
but
one side into the
it's like
other. It's
you
so
keep doing the same
annoying.
you keep doing the same mistake over and over again. You keep matching it. You
What do I
saw
do?
you just
Oh,
go Wool Raptors and then kill whoever goes top.
yeah,
They're
I
not
don't know
send
what to do against
they're
this.
not sending
So,
five, right? They're sending four or three. So that means there's only gonna be one mid, and then you guys 3v1 that guy the mid, or there's gonna be one top and you 2v1 the guy top. Overloading means again there's no every
yeah,
single play in league has a pro and con. The pro here is that
right.
Tristana's going to guarantee die because there's three people here. The con is there's three people here. That means there can only be one person mid and there can only be one person top. So that means mid's a
Hmm.
guaranteed 3v1 and top's a guaranteed 2v1. And if there's two mid, that means top's 1v0. And that means these camps are yours too because no one's there to defend it. There's always a pro and con, but you keep doing the same mistake all game. You keep just following the overload. If three people bot, you follow it. Earlier there was fucking when they sent three people bot, you followed it instead of getting Raptors mid play Herald. You know, it's because you're doing the same mistake all entire game. You just keep matching them. Matching is when you're strong. You are
Yeah,
weaker.
I never found the solution to this.
Yeah, like in this case, they sent two mid here. This is your chance to 2v3 with Soraka and Seraphine. Like MF Quinn are both mid. You know, I know they're stronger than Soraka Seraphine, but it's still 2v3. You know, the law of numbers. You have more numbers, and you actually have a lot of CC like Silence into Seraphine E, into Seraphine ult, into Udyr E. Like it's actually a lot of. If they're CC locked, your ult will kill these two champs. Like they're squishy, right? MF and Quinn. So all game you just perma mash. That's why you never got anything going. Like if you just played to, you know, we are behind this game. It's time to accept that and play the trade line. This game right now is this actually? I mean, this is I think this is the game changing moment. Like right now, this is where the game is like you are behind, but it's pretty even game. Like it's 8-6, right? They go for bot play. Sick. This is where we do trade like tops proxying, mid has promo prio. This is where we do Raptors into mid dive into Herald, and the game is completely playable. You know. But we just opt, you know,
Yeah, I didn't see
we
that.
try to save already gone play. We die. Um, I,
Yeah, my champ's not a cleanup champ like Master Yi, so I should stop doing that.
maybe if you had flash up, it's a bit more cleanup-y, sure, but you know what I mean.
Eh,
But yeah, I
I'm
agree.
definitely not Viego Master Yi.
Yeah,
I don't.
but
I keep doing this like I am, but I'm
But
not.
I do think it's the same thing all game, right? Even like in the early game, it's kind of like the same thing. Like here, like your bot lane is under tower with zero mana, full no HP. It's time to accept we probably can't do dragon, so we just base here 20 seconds earlier, and then we're on his blue on spawn. Again, being very fast on the trade. Like I think you're just slow on the trade or not going for the trade the entire match. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's that's a common theme. So and that's really all the only thing, the biggest thing I have for you. Any questions?
Um, um, I don't. How do I deal with Quinn? Like,
Prayers.
I never played top because
I mean, what do you mean? I mean, when she's
it.
not in her ult, she's in a mobile carry like everyone else. Like she gets hit by Udyr, she just dies. That's why you don't have to. It's not like deal with them.
I never played like with my Darius because he was proxying or resetting always, so it's like I never saw an angle to play a standard game with him because it didn't feel like he was playing a standard game either because there was a Quinn. So that's also why I didn't see the angle. I thought everything had to be bot side on Seraphine Sona.
Nah, this is the. I mean, I
Like
think
I just misunderstood.
till then it was fine here. This is where you could have swapped. This is the opportunity to swap the lanes. Here's where you do blue Gromp. blue wolves. This is where you could have swapped it to topside now. Because I mean, early game you can't really do.
Blue wolves? What do
Yeah,
you mean?
remember I told you this already.
Oh, the bot to top, the bot to top.
This is
You
where you,
got it,
this is
got
where
it,
you
got
could,
it.
this is where
Yeah,
you could,
flip it.
this is where you could have flipped it into topside, right? Darius being
Okay.
top.
Okay.
Bot has already been losing, so now it's already time to give a bot
Okay.
lane. Um,
Yeah, I never know what the time to transition is, or like why I'm doing it or
I
something
mean,
like
here, I
this.
mean, it's really
Like
simple. It's just based off objective.
it's just for Harold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I remember you saying this before.
Good night, guys.
I'm gonna miss
Good
you,
night.
Imers.
I was
Good night,
waiting
dude.